Just the other day, I had a friend say to me, Sunny, I want to meditate and I want to access all the benefits that meditation has to offer, but I have such a hard time clearing my mind. And so it's really hard for me to meditate, therefore, I don't usually meditate. The conversation that we had is what I want to share with you in this video, because meditation is not about clearing your mind. Clearing your mind is a benefit of meditation. But to meditate, you do not need to clear your mind. Sitting down and meditating, the easiest way that I could really explain this to you is it is the act of creating a separation between who you are as the presence and the thoughts that you are having, that you are experiencing. Because the way that most people live their entire lives is they think that they are their thoughts. Even though they say things like, the mind is always playing games on me, or my mind is uncontrollable, my mind is restless, and they understand that the mind is always this. They talk about the mind as this separate entity from them. However, they still are unconsciously in identification with their mind, meaning they think that they are their mind. Okay? And when you look at all of the people that live in this way, including most of us, including me until very, very recently in my life, all my life I lived in identification with my mind. And as I began to meditate, right, that's when I started getting this clear separation between who I am and the other thoughts that are in my mind. Okay? So the way these people live and the way that I used to live is their entire behavior, everything they go for in life, all their goals, all their actions throughout the day, their habits are controlled by their thoughts. Their thoughts are what determine what action they will take today, what goals they will pursue for their entire lives, what relationships they desire, how they will act in those relationships. Everything is governed by the thoughts in their mind. But when you sit down to meditate and you get better at it after a while, and you start to create this clear distinction between the presence, the observer, and the thoughts, and you start to realize that you are not your thoughts. So what does that mean? If you are not your thoughts, but if your thoughts are controlling all of your behavior and actions every single day, what does that mean? It means that your thoughts, which are not you, which you are not necessarily choosing, are controlling your life, not you. The thoughts are controlling your life, not you. So who are you? That is what meditation will show you. It will show you who you really are, beyond the thoughts, beyond the mind. It will allow you to experience the shining presence, the clean slate behind the mind, beyond the mind. Think about it this way. Who you really are is this clear blue sky. When you look up at the sky, it's a beautiful sunny day and it's just completely blue, not a cloud in the sky. You are that shining infinite blue sky, pure, perfect, blissful. And your thoughts or your mind could be compared to the clouds that come over that sky, or more accurately, under that sky. So the sky is beyond the clouds that are clouding that infinitely beautiful, pure sky. And now the clouds aren't bad, right? Because we need the rain as well to live. The clouds aren't bad. We need the mind to live. The mind is not bad. But what if it was just always cloudy? What if you never saw the sky? What if you never experienced the sky? What if it was just eternally cloudy? Then you will slowly start to just depreciate and decline. And the sun's light, your light will never shine through. And you will truly never experience the sunlight, source, life. So that's all meditation is. It is clearing the distinction, it is creating a clear distinction between you as this pure, clear, infinite sky and your thoughts as these clouds that you do need, but in an uncontrolled state will lead your life into becoming chaotic and out of your control. So as you sit down to meditate, and as you begin to create this meditation practice, know this, that your job is not to clear the mind. Your job is simply to observe your thoughts. Rather than thinking the thoughts, rather than entertaining the thoughts, rather than further thinking on the thoughts that you are already having and creating this continuity, creating the story, start to notice the thoughts themselves without describing them, without labeling them, without passing judgment on them, without wondering why they're there, why you're thinking those particular thoughts. No judgment, no nothing onto those thoughts. You are simply observing. Just like if I was to observe this hand, I'm saying, okay, this is my hand, right? I'm just observing it. I'm not even necessarily saying that this is my hand. I'm not saying this hand has 5 fingers. This hand can pick up a water bottle. This hand has a lot of lines on it. It is this in color, right? That's just me going on and on and on. But simply just observing the hand, you're just looking at it. You're just letting it be. You're allowing it to be. Do the same thing when you sit down to meditate. Just become the observer of your thoughts. And little by little, in the beginning it won't be anything. In the beginning you won't even know why this is beneficial. But over time, you will start to find those little glimpses of the clear blue sky. And those little glimpses will give you so much peace and well-being and this positive high vibration feeling that you'll want to do it again and again and again. And when you do it again and again and again, you start to clear the sky a little bit. You start to clear these clouds and you start to experience greater gaps of this blue sky until you realize that you were never the clouds to begin with. You are the sky that is beyond these thoughts, these clouds. And when you start to clear that, when you start to establish that clear distinction between who you are as that observer and your thoughts being simply just a recycling of everything that you experience in your physical reality and as separate from you, then you can begin to actually exercise your free will. Up until now, your thoughts were directing your entire life. Your thoughts, which are determined by your external influences, were directing your entire life. You had no free will until now. Might be scary to admit, but if you really look deep into this, the nature of things, that is what you will find. So until now, until now, your thoughts were directing your life. Now, as you begin to meditate more and more and more, and identify with that clear blue sky, now you actually start to have free will and you start to control your life. You actually start to do what you, like your true heart's desire is, rather than everything that is being imposed on you. You realize your true freedom. You realize there's no such thing as restriction or lack. And more and more and more, this realization just grows. So that was the conversation that I had with my friend the other day. It was beautiful, and I just wanted to share with you because there's so many people who say I can't meditate because I can't clear my mind, and it's complete BS because that's not what meditation is. Now, what meditation is even beyond what we spoke about in this video, but this is a great place for you to begin. So I invite you to literally right after you watch this video, just sit down away from everything and just observe your thoughts, right? Every single time you notice yourself thinking thoughts again, just come back and just start to observe. That's it. You can observe anything in your direct experience, anything that your 5 senses are registering inside right now. And just observe it without judging, without labeling, without describing. And little by little, your identification with the blue sky will begin to grow stronger. And you will realize why meditation is the greatest tool at your disposal. Why building this quality of meditation into your life is the biggest gift that you can give to yourself. So stop waiting and start creating. Start meditating today. All right? If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, the link for that is in the description box below. But subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.